So let's see how this goes. I'm actually recording this with OBS, so if the quality of the audio and especially the video quality isn't as good, please forgive that. Anyway, so I'm doing this quick update video, much in the sense that I did the last video, just to inform you that I switched out a couple of things. First of all, we are now running at full 4K. Yeah, that's just the natural transition. I bought a new monitor. I picked it up pretty cheap, actually. So far, everything runs fine. I'm actually kind of surprised how much my new video card can handle in terms of just pure resolution. I mean, StarCraft runs at 150 frames. Warcraft, no big deal at all. Everything I tested so far, except obviously things like Shadow of Mordor, run well. So I'm kind of surprised by that. But it actually makes it quite interesting. But one thing that I got a problem with is rendering times. So I was thinking about, and you know, I said to myself, I had this idea. What if we make pretty short? What if I make pretty short episodes? So something like I would call it. The name wouldn't necessarily stick. Is a Let's Play Quickie format. So let me show you what I mean with that. This is an Assassin's Creed Let's Play that's coming up next Sunday. You will understand why in a minute. So basically, an Assassin's Creed, as always, basically. And then we got, well, this is the first episode for half an hour, as you can see here, if you can read that. If you are on mobile, you can probably not read that. That's 30-minute episode. So the next episode, though, is a quickie episode. This is only 5 minutes long. So, and I got one for every day of the week. So the first episode I decided to make a little bit longer because, well, the first episode always takes a little bit longer. So just a lot of cutscenes. I don't necessarily want to cut in any of that. So this actually is actually longer than 5 minutes. This is actually about 6 minutes long, just because of the cutscene. Yeah, but in addition to that, so I got this is for Monday, Thursday, and so on. One thing is special though. The last episode, which you can see here, is also around half an hour long. So here's the plan. How I think about this, and I really want to get you guys feedback, because I asked a couple of friends. They think it's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat idea. It also differentiates me from some other dudes. But I kind of want to know what you think. So the idea is basically every day in the week we get a 5-minute episode, and I'm gonna talk about the pros and cons on that soon. Just after I explain the concept. Yeah, 5 minutes episode, and on Sunday, each Sunday, there's going to be half an hour episode, which is basically the 6 previous episodes in one. So 5 minutes times 6 equals 30 minutes. So let's, that's a concept. It's pretty easy, actually. So let's talk a little bit about my idea behind it, because it's not necessarily clear. What I mean with that, actually. So the idea behind it is basically just I noticed it myself lately. I don't really have that much time for YouTube anymore. Not as a video producer, but as a video watcher. So, and smartphones are becoming really prevalent right now, really present in these kind of days. So why don't I make short videos that differentiate my channel from others? I haven't seen that done before. Maybe for a reason, but we'll see. What if I make something that differentiates me from others and is really mostly focused on smartphones, and that episode kind of like in between when you're on a bus or on the subway and you don't really have that much time, but you kind of want to watch an episode. And you know you have to go to school, work, or whatever. You all know you got this kind of breaks, which is perfectly for a 5-minute episode, or which would fit a 5-minute episode very well. So I started thinking about this, and but then I took a page on my analytics and watch or basically researched how long are these guys actually looking, or are these guys actually looking all of my videos, like not in a view kind of ways, but in an kind of how long do they individually watch my videos. As it turns out, you guys basically all watch my videos completely, which I found pretty strange actually, because I never thought that you guys would actually stick around for that long. But you apparently do, and I kind of don't want to leave you guys behind. But and that's where this kind of Sunday long episode thing comes in. The idea again is to promote or to get 5-minute episodes that you can watch in between if you don't have that much time, and then basically get a big episode if you miss something. I'm gonna make time prompts in the video description and so on. It's basically about 5 minutes each time. And then you can watch it whole. If you want to wait a week for this video and you want to watch everything about it, there's your chance. One other thing, or let's really talk about the pros and cons here from a video watching side and take the whole concept out of account. I think the concept is clear. What this really emphasizes, though, in the short term, is obviously what this first sounds like is less content. I've been struggling lately to keep up the content, especially around New Year's, or between Christmas and New Year's. That's just because I had so much personal stuff going on. Let's just first focus on your viewing experience. So what this means is that you will most likely get constant videos. You will more likely get constant videos. There will be no downtime, or basically no downtime, but these videos will be shorter. That's kind of how it is in the first few weeks. It's gonna be like that. But what you also have to take into consideration is once I finish the video, you will get much more variety. Or in the perfect kind of way, you will get more variety out of it. Because if I start with Assassin's Creed 5-minute videos, I record the whole thing through, and then I can move on to another game. But the Assassin's Creed Let's Play will go for another 2 months, maybe even longer. By the time I start a new one, and then there's a new one coming again to that list, and then all of a sudden you have 10 minutes of video, and so on. So that's basically your thing. I like variety. I gotta tell you that this channel is not all about Warcraft, as some of you might think. Warcraft is a good game, or is a good franchise even, and it also took it took most of my time spending on this PC. By the way, I usually play Warcraft. It always has its place, but it's not all of it. My channel is about variety, as am I myself. So I would like to play other games too, and this system actually allows me to play a much more variety of great games. Shadow of Mordor is a good example of a recent one, but Assassin's Creed as well. It's just a great game. The first and 2 one at least, and second one at least. Newer ones are not too thrilled of. Although I haven't played them. So how does this affect me as the content creator? Let's talk a little bit about the facts. And the facts are basically it takes me, for you guys, you don't really notice that, but it takes me around one Shadow of Mordor episode right now, full HD, nothing special. 60 frames per second. Takes me about 6 hours to render one episode, 15 minutes. We are upgrading to 4K. Next couple of episodes will be upgrading in 4K to 4K, which means that will go up even further. So we are basically talking about doubling the render time, because something is weird with YouTube. I don't know if that's a bug or intentional, but if you upload a 4K 60 FPS video to YouTube, they will just render it down to 1080p 60. So you gotta go 30 frames. You can't have both, which is kind of a mess. But anyway, so we reduce the frame rate in half. That basically gives us 50% less frames and less frames to render. But then we also quadruple the pixels. So we end up at basically around doubling the render time. So that would equal 12 hours. I can't deal with that. I'm sorry, I can't deal with that. The Assassin's Creed 1 video, around 12 hours. That's basically the max. Yes, the first part, which was 30 minutes, took about 15 hours to complete. And 30 frames per second, and this is Assassin's Creed. This is not Shadow of Mordor. It looks way worse than that. So, guys, just think of it. 15 minutes recording, that's actually nothing. On top of 6 hours rendering, or then 12 hours rendering. So, and then on top of that, another 45 minutes for uploading. So we're talking about 13 hours to make one 15-minute video. And it's just too much. I can't deal with that. So I decided to make the system. It will, in short term, it definitely will reduce the content. But let me stress one thing: the content that is going up on my channel is not affected by that, or the content that is going up currently on my channel is not affected by that. The Shadow of Mordor Let's Play will be played through with the old model. The stuff that I do with Alex, the Left 4 Dead stuff, is basically cut every save room. So games that kind of favor this kind of cutting will also not be affected by this thing, by this whole, Let's Play Quickie thing. But yeah, newer Let's Plays. We're starting with Assassin's Creed. This will be kind of my pilot project. Before I forget, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the nomenclature here. So basically the naming scheme. So here is my little video recording stuff. I actually had to render these out multiple times. I got a blue screen, and stuff happens. So the normal episode, which I have right here, this is basically episode 1. Don't ignore the 001 there. This will be the normal episode, so parts will now be called episodes. And this is the half-an-hour one. The next one, which is actually wrong, it should be called episode 2, part 4. The Quickie format will be called, as I just said, episode 2 in this case, part, whatever the part it is. So let's take for example, this is gonna come out next Tuesday, part 2. So it's the second part of the week, part 2. And then there's gonna be episode 2, and after that there's gonna be 6 more Quickie episodes, and then another half-an-hour big one. If you don't understand everything yet, just watch the Assassin's Creed Let's Play as soon as it starts. I think it will explain itself really quickly. But yeah, that's basically my naming scheme. So again, let me emphasize one more thing. I really need your guys' feedback. I just need your guys' feedback. Let me know what you think of this. Is this a stupid idea? Did I just poop on everything? Or do you actually see the concept behind it? And maybe you guys like it. So yeah, it's a new one. I don't think anyone has done that yet. So yeah, I'll be trying it out. thank you so much for watching this really long video. Actually, I didn't plan to do that long video. Yeah, thank you really much for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next couple of days. Bye.